Hello, everyone. This is Darcenovia here. This is my review on the second book of the Millennium Trilogy, The War of the Prophets. Now, unlike the first book, this book takes place exclusively in an alternate future, and honestly, it's probably the darkest Star Trek novel I've read. Honestly, I mean, whoever did not come with Benjamin Sisko and his crew on the Defiant, Nog, we get to read about them and how the 25 years since the War of the Prophets began, how it affected the Alpha Quadrant, and everything that could possibly go wrong did go wrong. And there's like multiple storylines. There's two. One with the crew of the Defiant gets separated at the very beginning of this book. So you have the storyline with Sisko, you know, and you have another storyline that's parallel with Jake and future Nog, and they all intertwine to the end of this book. Now, I do think this story is well written, this installment, and I wasn't disappointed. I love the interactions with the characters, and I do love the nods to other Star Trek series. At the time that this book was released, there is references to every Trek series that came out at the time, from the original series all the way to Voyager. Now, since Voyager, its run wasn't done yet at the time of this novel's publication, we have a cameo from Seven of Nine and the Doctor. So, if you haven't watched Star Trek Voyager, don't worry. The cameos, you know, they're not gonna really, you don't need to know anything about the characters if you've never watched Voyager. Now, Picard, same thing. If you just care about Deep Space Nine, you don't really need to have any familiarity with the other series to get some of the references. Now, one thing I really do love about this book, how we learn more about the, you know, Bajoran religion, and how there's another sect besides the Palrates. Rates, I think the Palrates, I think that's what they're called. And yeah, and at the end of this book, things don't go well. The heroes fail. The universe is essentially destroyed, and like the last book, it ends in a major cliffhanger. Like your stereotypical, Deep Space Nine, you know, episode. This generally does feel like a genuine part of the saga of Deep Space Nine, and honestly, it's definitely a worthy addition to the Star Trek literary canon, in my opinion. This book was as good as the first one. I finished it very quickly. It's a page turner, and if you enjoyed the first book, you'll enjoy the second book as well. In fact, I enjoyed the second book more purely because, of the future segments and just reading about how things changed in the galaxy with the second wormhole being opened and how that affected the entire Alpha Quadrant. I mean, holy crap, the Guardian is destroyed. Everything that they try to do to stop the ending of the universe fails. And I just can't help but wanting to know more. Because this dark alternate future in Deep Space Nine in this novel, I want to know more about it. Of course, as of this book, as far as I know, that future is gone, but it was a really entertaining read. I really enjoyed it. I really loved the moments between future Nog and Jake, considering 25 years had passed between them, and Nog has been through a lot. and the moments between Nog and Jake were heartwarming. I mean, I in Deep Space Nine, I thought Nog and Jake had a their friendship felt real. It felt genuine. It's one I think Nog is a great character in Deep Space Nine, and I think this novel does him justice, even though he would be out of character if you didn't take into consideration he's 25 years older. And I I think Nog is a great character, and I think the writer did them justice. This is a good novel. If you like the first one, I'd recommend the second one. I'm not giving a final rating yet, considering the final book of the trilogy, Inferno, will make or break the trilogy for me. But pretty solid so far. Anyway, next time, I will be reviewing the final book of the trilogy, Inferno. I can't wait to review it this, and after the Millennium Trilogy, I will review another Next Generation novel, Q Squad. May we live long and prosper, and see you guys next time with another video. Later.